Hi, my name is Billy Elias. I am the National Director of Soccer Operations here at National Scouting Report, and I'm coming to you with an informative series that will be featuring the recruiting process, where your athlete, your prospective student athlete may stand in that process, and the future of the soccer recruiting culture. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how the rules have affected the mindset of the collegiate coaches, especially at the Division I or the Division II and the extremely competitive Division III atmosphere. This past April, new rules were put into place that have greatly restricted a coach's ability to reach out to your son or your daughter, to be able to effectively let the family know that they are actually interested in recruiting your child. And it has also changed the way that they're actually going to go about recruiting. So one of the things that we have to talk about is the College Showcase Tournament. What is going on at that Showcase Tournament? There is a lot of misinformation that seems to be circulating, especially in the soccer world, about what the College Showcase Tournament is about. When you're talking about competitive Division I, Division II, and Division III, please understand that these programs, the more competitive ones, do not show up at a showcase tournament looking for new talent. They only show up to evaluate the players whom they have already identified as someone that might be a great fit for their program 2 to 3 years in advance. But how would you know that they're going to do that? Well, if you have paid attention, you'll notice that a college coach would show up to a tournament, whether it be a showcase or a development academy, a tournament, and they would maybe spend 10 to 12 minutes at the field and leave. That's because their presence at that field is for one player. Because in that 10 to 15 minute time frame, they want to identify 4 things: how good the player is on the ball, how good the player is off the ball, how good the player is under pressure, and how well does that player pressure the ball. And in those 4 areas, they make a decision and then they move on. What we've seen now in the restriction of the new rules is more of a frustration at the larger levels when it comes to coaching, that they cannot actually get out and watch a player and communicate effectively with the family after a tournament. Many colleges are now being restricted in recruiting budgets and recruiting hours. The after effect of these new rules and the restrictions in those areas has begun to create a new atmosphere. Recruiting, more now than ever before, is going to be done on campus at the ID camp and the ID clinic. You're starting to see major colleges, Division I in the state, pulling in smaller D1s, D2s, and the competitive D3s. You're starting to see ID camps that are swelling to numbers that will go into 100, 110, 120. And what you're starting to see is less coach activity at the showcase tournaments. This is what we at the National Scouting Report have become experts in the collegiate soccer recruiting process. Having coached at the collegiate level, having the contacts that I have, I've been on the phone with major Division I, Division II college coaches who have told me that these new restrictions are really causing issues in not only identifying and recognizing new student athletes that could possibly play in their program, but getting the evaluations and getting the comparisons before June 15th of the sophomore year. So the answer has been to get on campus. Now the question becomes, are you going to be one of the 130, 140 emails that they get a day? Are you going to be one that's going to pay and show up, but yet at the end, none of the coaches give you the time or day? You don't see the head coach, you barely see the assistant? Are you going to be one that is spending all this money, traveling the continental United States, going all these tournaments to show up at a college ID camp or clinic and being put with a group that nobody really watches? Well, that's what the difference is here at National Scouting Report. We help you to identify what you need to do at the College Showcase ID clinics, what you need to do at the ID camps, and how we get you in front of that coach so that at the end of the day, you end up on the priority watch list. As always, thank you for watching, and I really hope to hear from you soon.